2 years ago, from basically like this week, I quit my job to go all in on my business. And I've learned one major lesson that I want to share. But first, I want to just talk about where I was at and where I'm at now. I was working for a nonprofit, making maybe $3,000 a month. We didn't know this yet at the time, but we were going to get pregnant shortly after. Tons of debt. I'm talking like $30,000 to $40,000 worth of debt. And now, like today, I got offered equity to be an advisor of maybe a $4 or $5 million company. My business is probably getting close to doing six figures, maybe within the next like 4 to 5 months. And the debt is completely clean. My daughter is here. She's 1 year old, and she could have a pony if she wanted to. Okay. And the number one lesson I've learned over the past 2 years is that risk is not real. Risk is not real. It literally it is a math equation, and people don't see it like that. They see it as like this hypothetical, like, will the cards be in my hand? And that is not how business works. I have in front of me 250 dots. Are you guys ready for this? I'm going to break down what 250 dots, 250 people do. Why risk is not real by taking a group of 250 people. Let's say this video gets 8,000 views. You'll be able to, 8,000 views. You'll be able to look at this and be like, okay, this group of people is symbolized within the view count. So just go look at the view count. And you will know, divided by 250, you will know how many people watching this video are in each category. Okay, the first 100 people never start. They never start anything. They look at this, they think, oh yeah, sure, that sounds so great, but it's too risky. It's too risky. They like their job too much. They think that they don't want to go all in because they're worried about depleting their savings account, or what their family is going to think about them, or maybe they kind of do it on the side, like kind of secretly, but they're not really telling anybody. And it's not real because they're not actually trying to do it. And they don't have to tell people. I'm not saying that you have to tell people, but they don't go all in. They don't even start. Forget going all in. Okay? That's our first 100 people, is they never even start. Okay? The next 100 people start, but then they either quit or switch up after the first sign of affliction, which is usually around month 2 or 3. Is usually like the excitement kind of wears down in month 2 or 3, and you get your first thing where you start realizing, oh, it's costing a little bit more money than I thought. This is, this person said no to me. Oh, I think I'm in the wrong vehicle. Oh, I think I chose the wrong path. Oh, everyone else is getting so lucky. I think I need to go do this other thing. And the shiny object syndrome, they just float from one thing to the next because they don't know how to actually problem solve and handle adversity. This is a massive group of people, and the problem is they don't know what they're doing. They think that they're in the fight. They think that they're building a business, and they're just actually not. They're just actually not, which sucks. And I was there for a very, very long time. I thought of all these things. I was like, oh, I'm going to be a streamer. I'm going to be a podcaster. I'm going to do merch. All these different things that I thought that I was going to do. And I would kind of dabble in them. I'd get a logo for it. Maybe do one episode or do a little bit, and then it would just fall apart. So I wasn't in. I wasn't ready to endure. I wasn't ready to build a true business. Okay, we are now down to our final 50 people, okay? And out of these 50 people, they've endured 1 or 2 storms. I truly believe that 49 of them are not going to do one of these 3 things. They're not going to work hard enough. They genuinely think, and this is the problem, it's all ignorance. It's not intentional. They think that they're working hard enough, but they're actually not. Okay? If they did a true time audit of what they were doing, they do quick grocery runs in the middle of the day. They play a little bit of video games late at night whenever their wife goes down or their girlfriend falls asleep, or when Thursday night they go out and then Friday night they have to sleep in because they're a little bit hungover, and so that bleeds into their day. Whenever their friends, their business friends or their successful friends say, hey, we're going out to dinner, they don't want to spend the money to go out to dinner with those people, so they're just kind of thinking like, whatever, I'll just skip that. They're not working hard enough. They don't know it. Number two is they're not investing enough, which actually kind of goes back to that example I just gave about the friends going out to dinner. They're not investing in themselves. They're not investing in their business. They are just basically like, I'm too afraid to truly give to this, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be a ton, guys. I had $0 whenever I started investing in myself and in my business. It just progresses. All you have to do is win the competition with the people at your current level. Then you move on to the next, and then beat those people and move on to the next. So it's all comparative. It's like you don't have to compare yourself to the person investing $1 million into freaking Airbnb. You know what I mean? Invest in yourself. Invest in your business. Simple stuff like a camera, a computer. And then the third thing is they're not willing to suffer enough. They make emotional decisions when things go bad. They lose a client, or they hit that first wall, and they feel like, oh, I don't know what to do. I need to stop, or I need to slow down. And there's this quote from some entrepreneur. I don't know who it is, but they say a great entrepreneur is somebody who can move on emotionally unwavered when affliction comes. A great entrepreneur can move on emotionally unwavered when affliction comes. Okay? That is those three things. They don't work hard enough, they don't invest in themselves enough or their business enough, and they can't suffer enough. And by suffer doesn't even have to be that crazy of a thing. They just can't have like a bad day. They flail whenever they have a bad day. That will weed out the other 49. And that leaves us with literally, I'm not even kidding, guys. This isn't like a proven statistic. This is just what I've noticed. And if I'm being like super honest, I bet it's less than 1 out of 250 people is truly in the game. They are truly in the game and they're trying to make it happen. Okay? That is competition. Now, I want to do one more exercise. Let's say we've come to the conclusion. First, I want you to think about how many views this video has. Divided by 250, that's how many people are actually in the game. That's your competition. If it gets 8,000 views, that's 32 people. There's 32 people watching this video that are truly in the game. Like actually in it. So take heart, acknowledge each other. Shout out to the other 31, you know what I mean? But this is what I want to talk about real quick. If you truly think about how much money is in the world, we live in a world that favors people who create things, not consumers. So here's an exercise.